Hello, everybody. I'm Julie Pastrick, president of the Greater Flagstaff Chamber of Commerce. And as I promised earlier, we have a special guest that is really putting a wonderful spin on our Athena Awards 2021, and that's Martha Mertz. Martha, welcome to the Greater Flagstaff Chamber's Athena ceremony. So happy you have some time to share with us.
Thank you, Julie. It's lovely to be here with you.
Well, we are so proud of your accomplishments, achievements through the decades, creating Athena in Lansing, Michigan, but then moving it throughout the globe and making it a global movement in more than 500 cities and many foreign countries. What did that journey feel like? And how does that global impact affect us as we're sitting here in Flagstaff, Arizona, and just honoring this incredible group of women leaders?
You have a great event in Flagstaff, and actually your event should be used as the premier model for anything that is done Athena throughout whatever country it is. But what does it feel like? Well, I don't usually take a look at the big picture. I'm usually still working on making this expand throughout the world. But I have to say, I'm pretty amazed at what the impact of this program has been, what the influence of it has been, way beyond what I would have thought in the beginning. But boy, am I grateful for that.
Well, and today we're honoring 12 Athenas. And I think the spirit of the tenets of leadership that you have so eloquently outlined in your book, Becoming Athena. Can we talk about that a little bit and how you are able to witness that yourself as you are in different communities and as communities embrace the Athena for whatever reasons, that the leadership tenets overarch all communities, all ladies. It's wonderful.
Yeah. We started the Athena Award, as you know, many, many years ago, in part because women weren't being recognized for the contributions that they were making to their communities. And oftentimes I kind of worked as an ambassador for Athena programs, going around to communities when they were giving awards. And I started to hear the women say something like, I don't really see myself as a leader. And the whole community had turned out to honor them. And so we started to ask the question, how do women lead? And that led us to the research we did. We got a grant from the Kellogg Foundation. We studied with leadership experts and came up with really what is the most important work we've done in all these years. And that is to identify the answer to that question, the ways that women lead. And that's what this Athena leadership model is. And what you just said is so true. It is transformative. It is, it applies everywhere. And it's
if I may, I loved the foreword to Becoming Athena. And it says, today in more ways and places than in other time in human history, women are leaders, heads of state and CEOs, bishops and generals, academicians and social reformers. But what's important isn't just that women lead, it's how women lead, reaching out to mentor, giving back to their communities, collaborating with others, and really staying true to themselves. What you mentioned, Martha, I hear on the stage every year from our nominees and our recipients. I can't believe I'm standing up here. This is just amazing. There's just that overwhelming sense of pride, but in a way, humility, that the depth of Athena, the statue itself that is the award, is really just hits you in the heart. And the entire community in Northern Arizona is 100% embracing this, always, and has been through the years.
I have been a guest and privileged to be in a number of your programs over the years, and your recipients are always so worthwhile, so worthy of this award. And as you say, it's not an ego enhancing award. It really is drawing from a person who has a strong core. They don't really need to have someone telling them how wonderful they are, because they have developed a sense of, I know who I am, I know what my values are, and I live my values.
I love that comment, that they have a strong sense of self. And if they're wondering, once they have that nomination and they understand that both the Young Professional Award and the Athena Award mean so much, just the solid marble base of the Athena Award, the statue, is testimony to the firm and strong and foundation of each of those individuals. And then the bronze with the outstretched arms, symbolizing how they reach into their communities one day at a time, one person at a time, in the faceted crystal, which is amazing because it's all of it. It's they are so deep and broad and wonderful in what they bring. And so I feel like when you went to foreign countries, you probably were strategic in understanding that leveling the playing field was so needed in so many countries. Give us just one example. Would it have been Mumbai, or where would it have been that you felt like the time is here and this is amazing? I am so pleased how this is turning out.
That's a great question. So about maybe 9 years ago, there was a group of women from Nepal, Kathmandu, who got in touch with me and started asking for us to bring the Athena Awards to Nepal. And for one reason or another, it didn't happen until last year, 2020. And I and a colleague went to Nepal, and let me just tell you, those women get it. It is exactly the same as it would be in Flagstaff, except they were all wearing silk saris in beautiful colors, fluttering around, but powerful and straightforward, and doing quite amazing things in this small country, way up in the Himalayan mountains. That was amazing.
So we do mean that Athena, ladies and gentlemen, is a global movement. That is testimony from its founder right here today. It doesn't matter. Boundaries, this is nothing about boundaries. This is about life, and this is about the world, and this is about the impact that each individual makes in her space. Can we talk a little bit, please, Martha, about one or two of the tenets like authentic leadership, or how those seem to piece together as the main core, the main foundation of why Athena, I believe, has such a strong legacy?
You know, I'd just like to start off an answer to that by reminding us what William Shakespeare said 400 years ago. And that was, "This above all, to thine own self be true." And so how do you learn how to be true to yourself? Well, you meditate, you listen to your inner core, you find out what it is that you do that follows your values, and you are constantly checking to make sure that the actions that you are taking, regardless of the circumstances or the pressures, are holding you true to your values. And that's called living authentically. And truly, that is the most important among the principles that are in this model. There are a lot of other things. They're advocating for what you're passionate about. There are constantly learning about things, including being a good listener. There is the value of giving back. Once you've achieved the highest place that you're going to be taking your life, then it's time to give back and leave a different legacy in your community. And I know that people do that in Flagstaff.
Well, and as I had the distinct honor of interviewing our nominees in this year's program and ceremony, everything you said comes out in our talks. And it isn't, I'm authentic or I'm doing this. It is, but that is what you hear. The true to themselves of following their dreams, and many of them are business owners. How did you take that leap and believe that you could be successful? And the answers and thought processes and the heartfelt feelings from our nominees for Athena and Young Professional this year almost made me cry during some of the interviews, because they are so real.
Yeah.
Have you been able to see and feel that it's almost like, I don't know, we're not trying to create that, but it just keeps sustaining itself. Wait.
There's something about this model that is transformative. It's the old traditional model of leadership was like a ladder, and it was very determined by title and position. The 21st century, we need to go more into a circle so that we are surrounded by each other, so that we build a network that that we help build, that we support each other. And that's what's happening with women who are leading countries right now. They are finding the strengths that we're talking about, that you are honoring in Flagstaff, and they're using them to become really the best example of great leadership as we go forward with all of the problems this world has.
Yeah,
This new kind of leadership is for everyone. It's not just for women.
I love it.
On from women, but it's for everyone.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, evidence when you have the honor like I have had over the years with the program, is that you can see all the tenets within each individual, whether they're married in a family or single or working in a company or building their own. Each one of them is making, in a way, sacrifices to put others before them, number one, and to mentor others so for sure intentionally, that I want these other ladies to be able to reach where I have been or where they can go. And they will say, I feel like I'm blazing a path for others. And I don't know of any other time or any other way or shape or form than the Athena Awards that I get to hear that and honor that. So for that, I'm so super grateful to you, Martha, for allowing us to be a part and for being the founder and for really believing. It's easy not to stop believing, because I do feel that the authentic leadership in the female world is often a little bit it's either missed or overlooked to some degree. And when you get a chance and look at what Athena stands for, it is right before your eyes.
I have a quote from a woman. Her name is Shelley Zalis, and she's the CEO of a company called the Female Quotient. She's an international Athena recipient, and she said something that fits just exactly right with what you just said, and it is, the qualities that make women excellent caregivers are also what makes them great leaders. And so we take the skills that we've been working with forever, with children and parents and neighbors and friends and ourselves. We take those same skills and we apply them to the business world, the professional world, and it's a great fit.
I love that. I love that, Martha. We have to go. We could go on and just keep getting deeper and deeper and happier as we are talking with each other, because I'm so passionate about your work and about the wonderful people that I have been able to work with through the years in Athena. So thank you for your time. And to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, we're happy you're with us and you are learning more about a leadership model that's been before you. And now the recognition may make a difference in your life as it does in the nominees. Martha, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, blessings.
Congratulations to all of the people that you are honoring and have honored over the years, Julie. Beautiful job.
Thank you very much. That's a wrap.